is the soap dispenser in your public washroom racist? Technology and the automation that drives it is constantly advancing, but does it treat everyone equally? Our next guest says no. Princeton's Ruha Benjamin is launching Canada's new Institute for the Study of Tech and its impact on society. She's our guest in studio this morning. Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
All right, let's start with that example of the soap dispenser. Some are apparently only programmed to operate for lighter skin tones. Can you give us some other examples of where we might see bias built into technology?
Right, and so that seems kind of inconsequential, right? It has to do with who the soap dispenser was tested on.
Until you want to wash your hands after going to the bathroom.
Or you think about the previous segment about automated cars, self-driving cars. If you can't pick up darker skin, then you're more likely to run into someone who's darker skin. Or in medicine, you are less likely to detect people with darker skin when it comes to skin cancer. And then there's issues of being overrepresented in terms of the training when it comes to policing data and how we train algorithms to target certain communities, because as we have a history of doing that. So we're training the technology to pick up certain people in some contexts and to ignore them in others.
So how does that happen? Because I'm going to assume that the bias built into technology is not intended to have racist overtones, but it does offer potential to hide, you say, and even to deepen discrimination. So how is this happening?
It happens at different levels. You know, it has to do with who's actually designing the technology, with what priorities, assumptions. It has to do with who the technology is tested on. And so here with the soap dispensers, if no one of darker skin was tested on using this, then you're less likely to be able to use it. And then much of the emerging technology has to do with the training data. So we're teaching technology how to make decisions. How we've made decisions in the past is going to impact how we're doing it in the future. So when it comes to gender in the workplace, for example, if you're training hiring algorithms on the people who already work somewhere and very few women work there, then you have automated systems that are going to be biased against women in the training data.
It feels like there is an opportunity to change this, however, because it is emerging technology. It is quite advanced, but it is still growing.
There's so many opportunities, so many groups and organizations underway. Right here in Toronto, there's a group called Intersect TO that's working on developing skills and critical conversations among Black, Indigenous, and people of color. There's an organization called Digital Justice Lab that brings together technologists, community activists, policymakers. And I'm actually here to launch this new Schwartz-Reisman Institute for Technology and Society that is basically positioning Canada as a global leader engaging social dimensions of technology.
And this is really important for people who think that, this may be overhyped. For example, somebody like myself, if an algorithm has been put through to screen for certain things at the airport and we're leaning towards AI, I will then fall underneath screening of somebody with a different skin tone.
Absolutely. And so we really need to think about diversity among the people who are designing it, but also all of us caring about our linked fate when it comes to emerging technology. It may start out targeting some people, but it's likely if we're building in these biases and assumptions, it's going to come back to harm and affect all of us.
Fascinating stuff. So good to have you here. Thank you.
It's so great to be here.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.